All right, so here we are for our win-loss prediction for the Jacksonville Jaguars for 2018.
Yeah.
And who else would we have on for this other than UCF Jaguar? What up, UCF?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Man, I really appreciate you for having me on, man. I'm so pumped to really get into the Jaguars record and
Wow.
just predicted 2018 season, man. That's when you know the season is like coming about.
There's some nice hands there.
Some real
Oh
nice.
yeah,
You know what?
I don't know what to do with them, man. I get a little nervous. They kind of raise. I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep them in my pockets. How about that?
that works for us.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with.
So, last year we had you on for
Yes.
2017. Your Jacksonville Jaguars had a pretty damn good year last year, and we're one game away
Whoa.
from winning the Super
Woo,
Bowl.
so close.
Dude, talk us through that. Jacksonville Jaguars 2017 going into this year, big expectations, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember getting on y'all's prediction last year, and I predicted the Jaguars to go 6-10.
Yep.
I did not expect what happened, man. I mean, of course, the season started off kind of weird. I mean, we went out and whooped the Houston Texans' ass. Then the next week, we go and lose to the Titans. We don't think we're good again. All of a sudden, we go out and whoop the Ravens out in London. Then we lose to the freaking Jets. We go out. No one thinks we're going to beat the Steelers, and we go out and beat them. And, it was just so up and down. But the Jaguars found a way to start winning games with their really good defense. They had the number one run game in the NFL, and just they compiled wins, and all of a sudden it took us all the way into the AFC Championship game. It was really an unreal, just crazy season, and we look to have a better team this year than last year. So, man, I'm just pumped for what's ahead.
Yeah, finally it all started clicking together for you
Yep.
guys, and when it did, damn, that defense is one of the best, if not the best defenses going into this year.
Yeah.
Leonard Fournette was tremendous for your offense, and
Great playmaker.
Blake Bortles was pretty decent last year.
Yeah, he didn't turn over the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been the number one Blake Bortles supporter. I mean, I was on the Blake Bortles train, just before the season started, but then he had a terrible preseason. Then I kind of gave up to him a few games into the season, but really you saw a quarterback kind of coming into his own. He started settling down. He started gaining confidence. He cut down on the turnovers, and
Yeah.
he didn't have a single turnover in the preseason or in the postseason.
Yeah.
He started throwing the ball a lot better, having a upwards of a 60% completion percentage. And, the whole entire season, people were saying, you're not going to go to the Super Bowl because you have Blake Bortles. But Blake Bortles wasn't the reason why we didn't beat the Patriots. I mean, I blame it on, the coaching staff, playing conservative. The defense, we had a 10-point lead with, 7 minutes left in the game. I just don't see how you can really put down a quarterback. But, I mean, he's out there doing a really good job this training camp. I mean, he's having his best training camp by far. I mean, just some of the throws I'm seeing him make. I'm hearing that he's taking really good leadership of the team. And really, I mean, he's developing into his own, man. A lot of people laugh at me when I talk about Blake Bortles saying he's going to be good just because, national rhetoric behind him is that, he's bad and people like to kind of go away. It's almost Blake Bortles is almost like the Nickelback of the NFL. Everyone talks shit about Nickelback because it's the popular trendy thing, but Nickelback has all these top hits, you know what I'm saying? So Blake Bortles is almost like that. He's just an easy guy to make fun of. He's on a gentle giant like the Jaguars, and I mean, he's just an easy guy to kind of pick on.
And that's why we have you on for this video, because you're the best, man.
Yeah.
You got to take your words serious. I mean, you're out here doing big things, interviewing NFL players like D.D. Westbrook.
Yeah.
And you're blowing up, dude. Look at that. And that's signed, too.
I see the signature on there.
It's signed. You see that? This one's also, many people can't see it, but that's signed by Jalen Ramsey, too. So, I've got a pretty dope background behind me, might I say.
Hell yeah, man. So, 2018 is going to be a big year for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
High expectations.
I feel. And then, for you, man, because, this is one of the best teams, I think, in the entire NFL. And a lot has to do with that defense and all the things that you mentioned. Blake Bortles playing effectively. And Leonard Fournette, he's one of my favorite running backs in the league. Yeah. So, let's jump right into this, guys.
Yeah.
2018.
Let's get it started.
We'll start off with week 1.
Ooh.
Jacksonville Jaguars starting off the season on the road against the New York Giants.
Yeah.
UCF, can you guys go into MetLife Stadium and walk out with a road win to start the season?
Well, we better because I'm actually going to be going to that game. So if I walk out and we're not a winner, I'm going to be a little bit pissed off. But,
Yeah.
man, this is an intriguing matchup, man. I mean, the Giants, they brought in Pat Shurmur. You look at kind of some of the offseason acquisitions that they made. They're really trying to develop the run. That's kind of been the trend. You know, they're basically kind of doing a lot what the Jaguars did last year when it comes to drafting a running back in the first round. They got Saquon Barkley. You're getting a big road grader offensive lineman in the second round, bringing in Will Hernandez. Yep. You know, they also got Nate Solder over from the Patriots. And, you know, this team, what can you expect from them on offense? You know, you never really – usually they're a team that likes to throw the ball 40, 45 times a game with Eli Manning, getting it out to Odell Beckham and, like, Sterling Shepard and whatnot, and Evan Ingram. It's hard to really know what to expect from this team. But, you know, when I break down this game – opening game, I think the Jaguars, their defense will be able to take over. And, I mean, I got to have the Jaguars winning opening game. I mean, how can I not?
Yeah.
UCF, you're going to be at that game. That's just even more reason why I say the Jacksonville Jaguars win this opening season.
It's going to be the good luck charm, huh?
Game on the road. Yes.
Okay.
Jaguars beat the New York Giants. Sean?
I'm right there with you. I don't see how the Giants can win this. But, let me rephrase that, actually.
Yes. Like UCF said, they made great moves, and eventually they'll click.
Yeah,
maybe, you know.
I think it's going to take some weeks, though. Like,
but not right here, right now.
They do have good talent. I think they had one of the best drafts this past year. But how are they going to fare against this good of a defense? They had a great defense last year. They got Taven Bryan in the draft. I think this defense could be just as good. Or
in
better.
the trenches, you guys are going to own them right out the gate.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we have first round picks like Dante Fowler Jr. and Taven Bryan backups. I mean, that's crazy the depth that the Jaguars really have, and they go in there and cycle all over. And you know, the Giants, I mean, while they did make some, you know, good moves when it comes to their offensive line, you know, they still got like Eric Flowers out there, and like who knows really how good their offensive line is, and it might take them a little bit to gel. Obviously, they got a rookie, you know, first year kind of player out there that's going to be starting, and you know, if the Jaguars can just win the battle in the trenches, man, I just see them winning that game.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to seeing OBJ.
Yes. Ooh, Jalen Ramsey?
Going against Jalen Ramsey.
Ooh, that's trash talk.
I know, man. That's Jalen Ramsey, man. He's so much fun to watch. I mean, you see his head bobbling. You see his mouthpiece dangling like it's jewelry. I mean, he's just he's so much fun to have on your team. Yeah. I've never been used to having a guy on my team that's the bully, and Jalen Ramsey is the bully on the Jaguars team, and I love him, man.
He's my favorite,
awesome.
And he is the best corner in the league.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome to watch.
So
we're unanimous, right? We all got Jags winning.
Yep.
Awesome.
I like it.
Heading into week 2, Jacksonville Jaguars are at home opening the season at home. This is their season opener at home.
Yep.
And they're doing so against the New England Patriots. A
rematch.
Team that you guys lost to in the AFC Championship game.
I hate them.
Yeah. Y'all want y'all's revenge, right?
Oh, yeah. We need that revenge, bro.
So, who you got win this game?
This game, I mean, it's going to be the Jaguars' home opener.
Yep.
It's going to be like a 4:30 game, and God, this whole offseason, we've just been haunted by everything that happened in that game, man. I mean, one of the Jaguars' war cries this offseason has been Miles Jack wasn't down. I mean, if they didn't rule him down that play, I mean, we would have been up 17 points with like 10 minutes left, and that was a huge changing point. And, you know, just with some of the things that the refs are doing, just honestly, I'm not going to put it on the refs, though. We let the lot out there, and like we had all the opportunity to win that game, but New England, they usually started the season a little bit rough. You know, they don't always start off clicking. And I just see that this is a game that the Jaguars are going to be so hungry. They're going to finally be able to take down Tom Brady in the home opener. I got the Jaguars.
Okay. He's got the Jags.
Oh.
Now, all teams do this. There's usually a team or two that they mark on the calendar that they just can't wait. This is a team the Jacksonville Jaguars can't wait to beat the shit out of.
I bet.
And they're going to give them everything they got, and I think the Jacksonville Jaguars do win this game.
Yeah, I don't think there's much else for me to say. I got the Jags winning too. Y'all were literally dominating most of that game, right?
Yeah.
Until late in the game, and so I don't see why it doesn't happen again. So I think definitely Jacksonville can definitely pull this out. So.
Yep. So
yeah, I mean, this is so. we need this, man. I don't think the Jaguars have ever actually beaten Tom Brady, and they lost some guys like Nate Solder and Malcolm Butler and Deion Lewis. They lost some pieces, but as long as they have Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, they're always going to be tough to beat.
It's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout of any proportion because like you said, Tom Brady, Bill Belichick still, so it's going to be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right, heading into week 3. Jacksonville staying at home, playing against division rival and another team that I think is one of the best in the AFC.
Could be.
Is the Tennessee Titans,
who actually swept y'all last year.
Who I don't recall. last I recall, they came into Everbank in 2016, and if they would have beat the 2-12 Jaguar team, they would have clinched the playoffs. However, they went in there and lost, but last year, I don't know if we beat them or what happened. I just remember we were AFC South champions and we went to the AFC Championship game. But I mean, I'll take your word for it. Whatever you want to say, man.
Sure.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well, we'll go with that. Okay.
All right. So look, Tennessee Titans, man, they made some really good moves during the offseason as well.
Yeah.
Most notably is their change at offensive coordinator. The entire coaching staff.
The whole coaching staff. Yeah. Thank God. Mike Mularkey sucked.
Yeah, they got the offensive coordinator from the Los Angeles Rams, which helped turn that offense around with Sean McVay. Now he's here with Tennessee, and I think they're going to do much better with Marcus Mariota, and unleashing him more. I think we're going to see a less conservative offense this year, and I think this is going to be a really tough game. Tennessee Titans, it's going to be between the both of you guys. It's going to be a tight race. Houston, maybe, if they can stay healthy. But I see you guys edging out the win right here at home. Coming off that high off the New England win, I think you guys beat the Titans here at home. What do you think?
I like it. So week 3, we got the Tennessee Flaming Thumbtacks at home. So with this game, man, the Tennessee, man, I think they got a lot better last offseason too. I mean, first of all, they bring in a new, offensive coordinator that's not going to be running a Stone Age offense where this exotic smash mouth, but I didn't see any exoticness out of it. I mean, it was just, it was terrible. I mean, it had a guy in Marcus Mariota who's always just had the terrific completion percentage, always a lot of touchdowns. I mean, he threw more interceptions than touchdowns. That just kind of shows you what out of that. I mean, I think the run game is going to be a lot better. I like Derrick Henry out there starting a lot more than DeMarco Murray, who's obviously retired now. I thought they did terrific in the draft, bringing in a guy like Harold Landry and then also Rashad Evans. I actually had him picking Harold Honor, as Vince Young would like to say, Landry in the first round. They got him in the second round. So with this game, man, Titans are a huge rival of ours, and I actually had the Titans winning and Jaguars dropping to 2-1.
Whoa, really? Titans winning this one?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give the Titans throw the Titans a bone on this one.
Wow, they're gonna win on the road. Man, that's ballsy. I actually have y'all winning this one. I was shocked.
Ooh, I like y'all's predictions.
Can
I change mine now or what?
I'm shocked, but yeah, I think it's gonna be tough either way. We all pretty much have been saying it. The Tennessee Titans are a solid team, but y'all being at home, I think is gonna be a big factor. I think it's gonna take a little bit for that new offense to kind of get rolling, for Mariota to learn that system. So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville early in the season against Tennessee at home.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So, Sean and I have Jacksonville, and UCF has Tennessee. He's a traitor. Heading into week 4.
I'm a hater is what I am.
Jacksonville still at home.
Yes.
This time hosting the New York Jets. Will Sam Darnold be playing? Don't know. From what I hear, he's been looking pretty damn good.
Yep.
And it's very possible that he could be the starting quarterback to start the season. But nonetheless, I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are just too much for the Jets, who are still maybe a couple of years away from being a true, legitimate contender in the AFC. So Jacksonville, I think, walks away with an easy win here. What do you think, UCF?
First, I want to say, can I just air a little bit of grievance real quick? Because Jaguars have 7 total games inside of TIAA Bank Field, and 3 out of those 7 games are in the first quarter of the season. What the fuck, NFL, man? Why are you doing this to us? Okay, I've got that out of the way. Now we're playing the New York Jets. Now the Jets beat us last year in one of the most frustrating games I've ever watched. I mean, they had a couple like 75+ yard runs. They called back an illegal screen on us that wasn't even an illegal screen. Marquise Lee dropped a wide open pass that would have set us up for a game-winning field goal. Blake Bortles didn't play. It was just a total all-around bad game. So frustrating to watch. We lost in overtime, and we got the Jets at home, and the Jets are most likely going to be starting Sam Darnold. Now, I think the Jets are better than a lot of people give them credit for. I mean, last year everyone was saying how they're going to go 0-16, but they wound up, I think, cranking out like a 5-11 record. I like their defense. They got some good pieces like Jamal Adams. They got Marcus May. Now they have Tremaine Johnson, Darren Lee. They got Leonard Williams on a defensive line. They got a lot of good defensive pieces, but
they're going to be terrible in the pass rush, though. They're going to be one of the worst in the pass rush.
They're lacking on defensive ends, but I like their secondary. But when you look at it, man, Sam Darnold, a rookie against the Jaguars defense, I don't see it happening, man. I gotta take the Jaguars in this dub, and I'm gonna watch Jet Central weep. And if he doesn't cry, I'm gonna make him cry.
You're gonna make him cry.
You hear that, Jet Central? Shout out to him.
He's watching it. Shout out JC. Yeah.
Poor guy. He's got picked on. Go ahead.
He's
probably crying while watching this.
Yeah, probably.
Hashtag UCF Jaguars a bully.
Yeah, there we go. It's proven. Exposed.
Don't start that rumor, but you know how it is.
No, but I got Jacksonville winning too, just because of the simple fact that y'all are gonna be able to run all up and down that field on them, and so at home, I think y'all are starting off hot. I have y'all going 4-0 right here, and this is a good day or good year so far for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah. Good quarter of the season, man. I like it. Let's make it come true.
Let's see if this can continue though. Heading on the road now into Week 5.
Yep.
Going into Arrowhead Stadium against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
With Patrick Mahomes under center now for the Chiefs. They missed some pieces now on defense, so there's some question marks with the Chiefs here.
Chiefs, yeah.
Now, can Jacksonville go on the road here and get this win?
Well, of course, you guys know that we're all going to be going to Kansas City for this game.
All of us.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome. We're really looking forward to that, meeting you guys in person. It's going to be awesome, man. But with this game, I'm glad we have Kansas City Week 5 as opposed to maybe like Week 1, just because of course, Patrick Mahomes is going to be starting, so he's going to have 4 games under his belt. We're going to be able to see what his weaknesses are, and we're going to be able to exploit those weaknesses. The Jaguars are going to throw all kinds of different pass rush combinations in there, designing all kinds of blitzes and stuff like that. And I think they're going to throw Patrick Mahomes off his game. So when I look at this game, man, I've got to have the Jaguars once again taking advantage of a young quarterback and winning this game in Arrowhead, making Chiefs fans weep.
I absolutely agree with that, man.
Yeah.
We will all be in that stadium together.
Yeah.
Sitting right next to each other.
Arrowhead, baby. Sports
Fury, UCF Jaguar. We'll try to keep UCF from getting jumped in there.
Yeah, maybe.
Thank you.
Right. We're not going to instigate any fights. Or
not
anything.
at all.
But
can I instigate fights and you guys just kind of serve as my bodyguards? That's what I was thinking was going to go on.
No.
I was picturing myself sitting right between you guys. As I say all kinds of like shit, and I kind of back up behind, point at Josh. He said it, and let that go on.
No. Here he is.
Why
here
he is? No. I thought that's what we're gonna do to him.
That's what we are gonna do. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna push him up.
He found out our plan.
Yeah, I don't know. But I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to win this game, and with UCF in the stadium, so it's a good luck token for them.
Yeah,
Sean,
hope so. Jacksonville Jaguars, their defense against a young quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, which I'm not completely sold on yet. I know Josh is a lot higher than me on him, but and especially with their defense having some holes in it, I think y'all should be able to dominate this game. This could be a 2-score game to me. So
okay, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yes,
to finally meeting you in person. It's gonna be a great time.
Ooh.
Now, guys, heading into Week 6, Jacksonville's still on the road. They're coming all the way down to not Dallas, but Arlington, Texas, to AT&T Stadium to take on the Dallas
my boys
Cowboys. UCF, Let them know why you're gonna whoop their ass.
Hey, you mind if I just hop in y'all's trunk on the way back from Kansas City so I can go to this game again?
Yeah.
I'll just
Fuck it.
if I don't get jumped or arrested or flat out lost in Kansas City, maybe I'll hop in for this. But yeah, the Jaguars are going to Dallas, and Dallas is a tricky kind of team to determine. I mean, I am kind of glad they got rid of Dez Bryant just because I thought that, with all the young guys and like having a young quarterback like Dak Prescott, I just thought he was kind of too much in their ear. And, a lot of people kind of talk about, oh, he's a good leader and all that kind of stuff, and he tries to motivate people. I can understand that, but I just feel like Dez Bryant and Tony Romo just saw a lot more eye to eye. They're, about the same age as opposed to, a young guy. He's kind of intimidated by a guy like Dez Bryant. He's in junior high kind of looking up to a guy like that. Next thing you know, he's like in his ear. But obviously going to commit to the run game a lot. And, that's going to be the way you guys have to beat us, man. Pound it with Ezekiel Elliott. But, at the end of the day, the defense of the Dallas Cowboys doesn't really scare me all too much. And, I just think that it could. Okay. I don't know. I've got the Jaguars winning this one.
I have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning this game as well, but I think Sean has something to say about that defense.
Let me hear it. Let me hear about the defense.
All right, our defense is going to be a lot better than people think, man. We were a top 10 defense last year with Sean Lee out for multiple games. Our defense, our line, not as good as y'all's, up the middle, but DeMarcus Lawrence, man, he was one of the top sack leaders last year, and they said he looks even better this year. I'm loving our defense. Getting Chris Richard, our young secondary, I think it's going to be a close game between our teams. I really do. I think our defense is going to be, as long as Sean Lee's healthy. I love the Leighton Vander Esch pick. Jalen Smith is finally able to actually play without a brace at all on his knee. Last year, he had to play with a brace the whole year with his knee. No more. He's 100% ready to go. And I'm super excited. I think we could have some of the best linebackers in the game if Sean Lee's healthy. But I still have y'all winning this game. Okay, I'm not.
The brace is holding Jalen Smith back.
It was. Well, no, last year when Jalen Smith played, his knee, he still didn't have full feeling in it. A lot of people don't know that. He only had about 80% feeling in his, because remember, he had that nerve damage. This year, he said he's able to play without it. He doesn't have any issue with the nerves. So, we're good. But
so what about Randy Gregory? Is he going to play better without a joint in his mouth? Is it the same kind of
Hopefully.
effect?
You know what's surprising, though? That's a good point. Randy Gregory, they actually said, because he hadn't played in a couple of years now because he's a piece of shit, they said he's actually looked great in camp so far, which is very surprising because you think a lot of people might come into camp very out of shape. They haven't played in 2 years.
Everyone's looking great, you
But, no, that's what Ari Timken, we are friends with from Phantom Sports on Facebook, he actually was the one who told me that because he's at the Cowboys camp right now. So I'm actually pretty excited about our defense. Now, obviously, our offense is the big question mark, and I'm a little nervous about our receivers, but I think it's going to be a close game, but y'all should still be able to win by at least a touchdown or a field goal, give or take around there.
If Ari says that Randy Gregory's, out there doing good, then he must be a Pro Bowler, man. I gotta agree with you on that.
Absolutely.
I hate both of y'all.
All right, so UCF and I have Jacksonville. You have Jacksonville as well. So we're all unanimous.
Yeah. I'm not naive, okay?
All right. Good.
I know.
All right, week 7. Jacksonville's finally back at home, hosting the Houston Texans. And we're going to all assume that they're going to be healthy, the Texans. Because if they are, this is a team that is dangerous. Yeah. And, they got a lot of pieces. Deshaun Watson, he looked absolutely amazing before he went down. Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins is one of the most elite receivers in the league. Isn't that right, UCF?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll agree. Okay.
Who you got win this game?
With this game, man, it's the Houston Texans, I feel like, are a team with one of the highest ceilings, but also one of the lowest floors. Just you look at their offense, having this combination of Deshaun Watson, who really lit up the NFL when he played. He was playing at an MVP caliber level. Yeah. You also have DeAndre Hopkins. I have DeAndre Hopkins as the number 2 wide receiver in the NFL, and just the way that he's not the most athletic guy, but he's so physical. He's able to just really just get that ball, and it's just amazing. And they also have guys like Will Fuller. They got some good pieces on the defense, but what worries me is the Texans' offensive line. I worry that Deshaun Watson is going to have to play at like a Russell Wilson kind of thing, where he's kind of running for his life, making all kinds of different plays out there. And I look at the Texans. I don't see them as being as good as a team as a lot of people project, just because even when Deshaun Watson was healthy, and even when the rest of the team was kind of a lot healthy at the beginning of the year, Deshaun Watson was putting up monster numbers, but he was 3-3 as a starter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that just kind of shows a little bit more about the talent around him. I'm always sounding like a Texans hater, but I'm gonna say the Jaguars do win this one.
Okay.
I just don't see any way. I just don't see any way they can stop our defensive line.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I completely agree.
Yeah.
And I got the Jacksonville Jaguars winning as well.
Yeah, I do too. But I'm excited to watch this rivalry though with Deshaun Watson, man. He is fun to watch, putting up 30 points a game when he was healthy. So I'm excited to see what happens here.
7-0. I have him right now.
I do too. I think he's the
6-1,
only one that got
baby.
lost.
Yep.
6-1, man. I'll take any of these records, man. I'm happy with it.
All right. Heading into week 8, going to your other hometown of London, England, across the pond there. Oh, chap.
I don't know why.
That was a great accent you got there.
I should be a voice actor for real.
Did you live in England? Did you live in England at one point?
No, but you know what? I appreciate the compliment. I appreciate the compliment, because I sound just like them. But you guys, this is probably the best London game ever.
God,
ever put together. Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the Philadelphia Super Bowl champion. Oh my God!
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh my God!
Was it an eagle? Was it a duck? I don't know.
It's a fucking duck. And so Eagles, Jacksonville Jaguars, probably the 2 best defensive lines in the entire NFL.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys are taking on the Super Bowl champions here in London. You guys beat them? Or
Well, one huge advantage that the Jaguars have is they play super good in England every year, and the Eagles haven't ever played in England. And usually these teams that come over for the first time, they don't do too well. I mean, last year the Ravens just did terrible when they went out there and played, and it's a real adjustment going out there. Not only are you playing in England, you're also playing at like 9:30 in the morning, which is also a weird thing for your body. But this game, man, it's so intriguing just because these are 2 of the best defensive lines in football. I think also a couple of the best offensive lines in football. I mean, it's going to be a real battle in the trenches. But the Jaguars, I got to give them the edge just because of that London advantage, man.
You know what? That's a good point. That's absolutely a good point. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars absolutely could win this. Because
I'm full of good points.
Yeah. You're UCF Jaguars.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
You have your moments.
But I got the Philadelphia Eagles winning this game.
What?
We're heading out to London, and they're going to beat you guys, I say, because this is the best team in football for me. They're the number 1 team. So I think Eagles go out to London, and they beat you guys a bloody old good time, and they whop you one.
Really?
In the words of LeVar Ball, you are a hater.
Man, you got the Eagles going. Their very first time in London, and they're winning.
Yes.
You're crazy. I got Jacksonville winning, UCF.
They're bringing the dog masks.
I got y'all going undefeated.
They're bringing the
8-0 right now. That the jet lag is going to be real. They never experienced that. I got to go Jacksonville, who plays there every year, man.
But if there's a team that can handle that, it's this team right here.
I don't know,
This is a tough-ass team.
And you got to also remember, they got some young players that might get distracted. They're out on London. Maybe they go out.
What are they going to do? There's nothing to eat over there. There's nothing to do.
They're going to go to the pubs.
Exactly.
I think that's what they call bars, right?
Exactly.
And they drink their beer warm. Come on.
That's some fucked up shit. That's
It
super
is.
un-American.
It's really
winning.
fucked up.
Jacksonville's winning. That's it.
All right, so you guys are going Jacksonville. I'm going Philadelphia.
So you finally
Eagles.
gave them their first loss, though.
Yeah, first loss of the year.
Yeah. I got to
Eagles
know
won this one. And maybe, who knows? Maybe this is a preview to the Super Bowl.
Could have been last year.
Maybe. So close.
Jackson hold up their end of the bargain, but we'll be back.
are heading into week 9. It's a bye week. It's
Oh.
a bye week. This is gonna be a good time to have a bye week.
Yeah, coming back from London.
Bye weeks are a little depressing because I hate sitting around and not having my team play that week. And you guys know how it is, but it's a good time for a bye week. Come back from the plane. It gives me a little bit of time to rest because all that traveling and all that covering. It gives me some time to get some family time in. So I'll look forward to it.
UCF and his hamster.
UCF and his hamster.
Shut the hell up.
That was like,
I don't know.
all right, yeah. So coming up,
Week 9 is a bye week.
Yeah.
Well, that was a crazy bye week. You guys came together. You healed your wounds.
I got a new hat.
And then you got a new hat. You got a new hat right after bye week.
What a bye week, man!
Holy shit!
Woo.
How do you guys think it looks on me? Am I bangable?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna lie, but I can't.
Talk about confidence shatter.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Jacksonville is, but I don't know. Maybe there's a certain part of town you can have some success. I don't know.
Someone loves you.
Somebody out there loves you.
Yeah, someone.
But you're coming out this bye week, UCF, with your new hat. And week 10, you're on the road against the Indianapolis Colts. And Andrew Luck, he's coming back. He's playing. He's going to be healthy.
Yep.
That's the scenario that we have right now. And how do you guys see going up against the Colts here?
Well, the Colts are an interesting team because it looks like Andrew Luck might be back. I mean, I hear he's throwing at practice or whatever. We'll see kind of what happens when he goes on, gets hit with first contact. But, I mean, you look at them, I don't really have much faith in their defense. But one thing that's interesting is their run game might actually be pretty good because you look at the interior of the offensive line. Ryan Kelly is a great center. Obviously, they got Quentin Nelson, who's like an all-pro guard of the future.
Yes.
They got in the early second round, they got a guard out of Auburn, and the interior of their line, man. I mean, Marlon Mack, fantasy sleeper, might be able to go out there and do some work out there. And
I'm so glad you said that because I also like Marlon Mack. I think people are sleeping on him a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean, they got a pretty decent offensive line and everything, but I still have my doubts by Andrew Luck, and I definitely have my doubts about that defense. I mean, I like Malik Hooker. I think he's a great free safety, but other than that, man, I don't know who's going to get after the quarterback when it comes to their pass rush, and I got the Jags winning this one pretty handedly.
Okay. See, I don't. I think the Indianapolis Colts and all right, I'm getting from both of you guys, getting the stink eye. Mm-hmm. I think Andrew Luck is going to split this series with you guys, and he's going to get this home win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's that damn good. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch, and I wish him nothing but best health.
Of course, yeah.
And like you said, man, the offensive line is, I think, underrated. I think it's definitely gotten better. Marlon Mack, I think, is a really good running back. He can be that feature back. We'll see. But I think Andrew Luck is gonna ball out right here. They're still very dependent on him, and he gets the win. He gets the win here.
Interesting.
At home.
Interesting.
In the Nap Town.
Interesting.
Yes.
Really?
So this is my second loss for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow.
Right here.
Wow. This one, it's a divisional game. And Jacksonville.
It is a divisional game.
Yeah.
Is it a divisional game, though?
Let me think.
Comment right now in the comment section.
I hate both of you.
Let
Is
us
this
know
a
in the
divisional
comment down
game?
below.
I hate both of you. But no, divisional games, though, always can be tough no matter how good or bad teams are. And Andrew Luck's coming back. It is about halfway through the season. And I actually think this is a trap game. So I think the Colts actually do win.
Trap.
Y'all are coming out. This is my first loss for y'all. Y'all are right now 8-0. Y'all are coming off huge wins against the Super Bowl champs. I don't want to say their names. I'm not saying any further than that. And I think this is a trap game for y'all. Y'all can easily win this.
This could be a win, yeah.
I feel like y'all are going to go into this game a little bit too confident, and it's going to knock y'all down a peg. I'm giving y'all the first loss.
A little too confident. Is this the kind of team that will take any teams lightly, UCF?
Well, we'll see. And, I really think what's going to happen is Doug Rona's going to see this video. He's going to snip it. He's going to hang it up on a bulletin board. See this fucking Sean guy. He thinks we're going to lose to the Colts. The Colts! And then
Josh
he's
said
going to
it
take
too.
that as bulletin board material.
Exactly. I'm right with you. I'm right there with you.
You're the one that said the Colts too.
Anyway.
All right, moving on.
So, well, UCF has the Jags, and we
Yep.
both have the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
Or Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Going into Week 11. This is the other game
Woo.
Jacksonville has on their calendar.
Yep.
Well, actually, you know what? No,
Nah.
they don't. Because you guys own the Pittsburgh Steelers. Isn't that right? Here in Week 11.
Yeah, I mean, they're our property, man. We went over to Heinz Field and ejaculated ketchup all over the Steelers, man. Twice.
2 times a year. Twice, right? Yeah.
And this is Sunday Night Football.
Yep.
This is Sunday Night Football.
Prime time.
And I think Jacksonville is going to show everybody in prime time, once again, that they own the Pittsburgh Steelers. I got Jacksonville winning this game.
Woo.
UCF?
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be swinging our dicks this game, man. We whatever reason it is, man, we own the Steelers, man. It's a great matchup. We've always played really well against them. It's at home. It's just a great offense versus a great defense. And how can I have the Jaguars not winning this game against the Steelers?
Yeah.
Let's go with the dub here.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you, with both of y'all, because I feel like for some reason y'all have Big Ben's number, right? Y'all just have it, and so I don't see why not. Why change this up? Now, last year obviously it was on the road, so it's gonna be a little different. But at the same time, y'all take care of this.
Okay. So we're all unanimous.
Yeah,
Because it's just that easy.
of course.
Pittsburgh, where you at? I thought
We'll just
he
wipe
was
our
going to
hands
do
for
one
it.
of these.
No, we're wiping our hands of the Steelers. I got a little yellow on my hands.
Oh, my God.
Oh God, thought you had a little red from all that ketchup.
Oh, yeah.
Going into Week 12, you guys are on the road.
Yep.
In Buffalo, New York, which I think is going to be a very interesting game here in Buffalo, because this is a team that likes to pull off some upsets. This is a team that made the playoff last year for the first time since, 1999, I think it was?
Yeah.
So, how do you feel going into Buffalo in Week 12?
Well, with this one, we played Buffalo in the playoffs, won that game like 10-3. I was at the game. It was probably one of the best games I've ever been to just because it was a home playoff win. I know a lot of people feel a lot different. If you're not a fan, it was kind of a struggle to watch. But this is a game, Doug Marrone used to be the coach at Buffalo, and I see this as a trap game, man. I think the Jaguars might actually lose this one.
I'm with you. I went back and forth with this game literally just until now, and I'm with you. I got a funny feeling about this game. This is a Buffalo team that every year likes to pull off that crazy upset. And well, I don't know about crazy, because this is I think really highly of you guys, but I think they're a pretty good team themselves. And I think Josh Allen will be the guy under center for sure, definitely by Week 12, if not the start of the season. But yeah, I got Buffalo winning this game here in Week 12.
Wow. Interesting.
Sean?
I guess I'm gonna be the odd man out and pick Jacksonville. Now, I think it could be one of the. I think it could be a trap game, of course. But like you said, Judge, by this time, Josh Allen's gonna be starting, right? He's a rookie quarterback. I can't pick a rookie quarterback against this good of a defense.
He's got some weapons. Kevin Benjamin, Corey Coleman now.
There's those hands, Judge.
Yeah.
They just got Corey Coleman in on trade.
But no, I got Jacksonville being able to take care of it against a rookie quarterback at this point in the year.
So Sean's got Jacksonville, and we got the Bills.
You forget who was at first.
We got the Bills.
We got the Bills. Okay.
How do you say it? How do you say it, Josh? Duh, Bills. That's what you say, right?
No. Not for the Bills. No.
I thought that's what. Wait, which one's your team again?
The Bills. It's the Bills.
Why you say it all proper?
Otherwise, for that team in Chicago, it's the Bears.
Oh yeah, the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard about them.
Yeah. Every now and then.
I don't know. Maybe we might face each other in the Super Bowl.
I hear Roquan Smith is looking really good out there, man. Oh shit.
I know what to do with my hands.
Woo, shots fired. I like it.
Shit. Someday we'll meet up.
Yeah.
Week 13.
Yeah.
You guys are facing the Indianapolis Colts once again, this time
Yeah.
at home in Jacksonville. Like I already said, you guys split the series. So I have Jacksonville obviously winning this one here in Week 13. What say you, UCF Jaguar?
Well, the Indianapolis Colts, we kind of broke down this matchup earlier.
Right.
And I saw it, and I looked at it, and I said, the Jaguars are just way better than this team. So I got us winning again and taking the sweep.
Sweep! Woo! All right. I can respect that.
Boom!
I have y'all splitting the series, so if this is at home.
Whoa, you said the Colts winning on the road to Jacksonville?
No.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, you had the Colts winning back then. Okay. We were unanimous in that. Me and
you were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay.
All right.
No, this Jacksonville at home, I had them winning and splitting the series. I don't think there's much else to say. I think the other game is just gonna be a trap game. Y'all are definitely a better team. I think that other game is just a trap game.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. All right. Heading into Week 14. Thursday night football.
Oh, yes.
On the road against those Tennessee Titans. Tighten up, as I say over there. UCF.
Titties up.
Titties up.
Oh, man.
What you see going down in this game? You weirdo.
This game, of course, I had Tennessee coming into Jacksonville and winning earlier. Yeah. And, that game kind of pissed me off. We got to get revenge on the Titans who have beat us 3 straight games. So I have the Jaguars going into Tennessee and winning this game by a lot.
By a lot.
Winning this game by a lot. Great motivational speech there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got the Tennessee Titans winning this one. I got Tennessee winning here Thursday Night Football. Thursday nights are a tough night to play.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with the home team right here. You guys split the series. Titans winning.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Josh. Same thing. Thursday Night Football. Y'all always play on Thursday Night Football every year. And,
luckily, this year we won't be in the Power Ranger uniforms.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank
God. It's usually the light blue versus mustard gold.
Yeah,
oh my God, it was terrible.
Yeah. We went to one of those Thursday night games, dude. We went to one, so.
And they would wear those when both the teams were like 4-11, and it was just 2 shitty teams wearing 2 shitty uniforms.
Me and Sean saw those.
We went to Tennessee and watched that game a couple years ago.
Thursday Night Football, where you guys were wearing those uniforms. We were like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. I didn't mind.
Thank goodness you guys changed your uniforms.
I'm glad y'all changed it. I didn't mind the Titans. It's just y'all's was just so weird.
Butt ass ugly.
Yeah. I don't want to go that far, but what he said. But yeah, splitting the series, Thursday Night Football, Titans win.
Okay. All right. Well, going into Week 15.
Ooh,
Jacksonville.
Final stretch.
At home, going up against the Washington Redskins. How do you feel about the Redskins coming into Jacksonville here Week 15?
Washington's a tricky team, man. I mean, you never know what they can kind of be just because, one guy that, we hear about all these different quarterbacks and we talk about the rookies. We talk about like Kirk Cousins, Case Keenum. I feel like Alex Smith isn't really being talked about much. And it was kind of interesting the way he kind of went over to like Washington just because it was like, oh, Alex Smith and, and Kirk Cousins are going to be the big guys out there. And all of a sudden he gets traded to Washington. And it's like, what the hell? But, they brought in like Darius Guice. It'll be an interesting kind of team to see what they have, and I actually have the Jaguars losing this one to the Redskins just because, I don't know, NFC teams are usually kind of tricky against the Jags, and, it's kind of an end-of-the-year lull. It reminds me a lot of the 49ers game from last year. The Jaguars are 11-2 going into this, and then the Washington, I just have them, this being one of those games that sneaks up on you, and they kind of win this.
Okay.
You know what? This is a game I literally was going back and forth on a lot, too, because I agree with you. I think Alex Smith fits their system perfectly. He's exactly what they need him to do, because Kirk Cousins, he was a guy who was night and day with him. He'd go out there, and he could probably win you some games, but then he would lose you some games, literally lose you the games. Alex Smith is going to go out there and be efficient for your Redskins. This is a team that I think they've been doing great moves the last couple of years. They had some major injuries last year on that offensive line and on the defense. I think their rush defense is going to be pretty damn good this year.
Yeah.
This is a very physical team. This is a team, even if they lose, you're going to walk away bruised up. This is a team that I think can pull off some upsets here. And I also have the Washington Redskins walking in here and getting the W.
Wow.
Please don't tell me I just convinced you to pick the Redskins to win this. Just flip your... Don't tell me I made you do that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Wow.
You didn't convince me, UCF.
Unbelievable.
I got the Jags winning.
Yeah, because you're smart. You're not like me and Josh, a couple of fucking idiots who, don't know shit. You're actually a smart man.
I am a smart man because I'm not big on the Redskins.
Why?
I am not big.
Why?
Because
they're an
Alex
NFC team.
Smith does not go out and win games. They do not. They're questionable.
That's not what they need him to
do.
That's not what they need him to do.
They're still questionable with their linebackers. I'm not sold on them. And their secondary, besides Josh Norman, who has not been the same since he went over there. So I'm not sold on them. Yeah, he had a great year last year, but that's also because he drafted Patrick Mahomes. He didn't want another Colin Kaepernick situation and him come in and take his job.
But what Josh Norman can do, he's really great at finding the running back. And that's what do the Jacksonville Jaguars do?
That's fine.
Right? They're going to use their offense goes through Leonard Fournette.
Yeah. Wait, who'd you say can find the running back?
Josh Norman.
But Josh Norman's a corner. He's going to be on the outside. They're going to be power running.
Yeah, well, I know. When they need him to make a play, if Leonard Fournette, he's getting going. Josh Norman can help out.
He's going to be on the outside. He ain't going to be helping out unless they run outside. They're going to be running down that middle.
And I don't know why you're not big on the Redskins.
I'm telling
you.
They're going to have a good run defense. But besides that,
you need to watch some Louis T. Network.
I'm not going to like it. I watch Louis T. I'm just not sold on him. I don't know. We'll see. But I got Jacksonville winning here. Don't me crazy.
Darius Guys versus Leonard Fournette is going to be really good.
Yeah, maybe.
I
like Darius Guys. I do like Darius Guys.
No, but
that was entertaining watching you guys go back and forth on that.
Back and forth on.
Yeah.
Literally all week long up until just now.
Was that keeping you up at night? Were you was it hard for you to go to bed?
No, honestly, the Washington Redskins is one of the toughest, out of all 32 teams, is one of the toughest to go through. And, yeah, this is a game that can go either way, but I'm going to go with the Washington Redskins here on an upset, similar to Buffalo, Week 12, but... Yeah, I got
this
Redskins.
is on the road, too.
Yes.
This is in Jacksonville.
And the way they're built, this is a team that can win some road games.
Okay.
Some tough road games.
All right, we're going to have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm. Now, heading into Week 16, Jacksonville Jaguars are on the road against the Miami Dolphins. And this is a win. This is a win for me. Absolutely. UCF?
Yeah, I mean, I think the Dolphins might be one of the worst teams in the NFL, to be honest with you. I don't know what their identity is on offense. Their defense, they kind of let some guys go, like, Ndamukong Suh and stuff like that. And I don't know what this team wants to be. Now, I do like Adam Gase as like a head coach. I think he's a good head coach and everything. But you lost like Pouncey. It's just I don't know. I just think I think they're like. They look like they just cut a lot of guys, and they want to kind of go through a little bit of like a rebuild. And last year they had a lot of hype going behind them, and their running game wasn't going, so they let go of Jai, and it was just a weird situation. And I think the Jaguars win this one pretty easily.
Yeah, I completely agree, Sean.
I actually have the Miami Dolphins winning this one. Okay, this is not because they're a better team. It's late in the year. It's a trap game to me. This is one of those.
You think Jacksonville probably has the division wrapped up?
In my opinion, they've already locked up the division.
Okay.
They are already locked up the top 2 seeds in the playoffs.
By Week 16.
By Week 16. So this one's where they're kind of relaxed a little bit. They're pumped up. They're excited. And at this point, it's Dolphins coming in and doing a little spoiler late in the year.
I'm Sean. This is the trap game. The Jaguars have...
Shut the hell up. Jaguars win this.
Just last week, say 15, he loved me.
Oh,
he hates me.
That's got to get clipped and put on Twitter. Along with the duck.
It was an eagle.
But
I'm going to be the odd man out.
Wow. But yeah, if that were to go down, that would be crazy. UCF will have a Twitter raid like no other.
We all just know that Sean is a closet Tannehill nut hugger. We all know. I can see through that hat of yours, and I know what's going on.
In the comment section right now, hashtag Sean.
No! Don't be starting these rumors.
Tannehill nut hugger.
Have you ever seen Sean criticize Tannehill in a game on one of his live streams? Let me know. Let me know.
I
never
haven't seen him play in a live stream in one of his games.
Well, then
We
you
did.
never
He's been
have
hurt.
then.
That's right.
Well,
He's
then
been
you
hurt.
never have then. I'm just
Because
saying.
he's
I'm
always
just,
been hurt.
I'm just trying to turn this into conspiracy theory. You know what I'm saying?
I see that. I see that.
Another sports fury conspiracy is born.
Oh my god.
You son of a bitch. So, ending the season, week 17, Jacksonville on the road against the Houston Texans.
Oh, yes.
This is a game that could be really interesting because I think the Jaguars are still fighting here in week 16 and 17 for that number 1 seed, the number 2 seed. Possibly with the Steelers or the Patriots or the Tennessee Titans. And Houston Texans, they want to go in here and they want to ball out and get this win and probably, spoil any of the Jacksonville Jaguars' hopes of getting that number 1 or 2 seed that you guys might get. So I think I'm going with the Houston Texans and winning this game here at home.
Well, I think this is one of those games where I think that the Jaguar. It's going to be a lot like last year, where the Jaguars have a playoff spot locked up, and I think Houston might be 8-7 at this point, and if they go 9-7, that's good enough. That's good enough to win an AFC spot in the wild card spot in the AFC conference, just because it's so much. It's not the NFC. I think 9-7 will be able to win it. So I think Houston. It's going to be a lot like Tennessee last year, where they're fighting for their playoffs lives. And I'll go ahead and I'll give the Jaguars the L. So I got the Jaguars. They're going to finish 12-4.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars once again winning. Losing this game, and so I have the Jacksonville Jaguars at 10-6 this year.
That's the same record you had them as last year.
Same record as last year, but the schedule is tougher than it was last year.
Of course.
Would you agree?
Yeah, it's probably tougher, but it's hard to tell just because last year you look at the Jaguars schedule and you see Rams versus Jaguars. It's like, oh, those are two shitty teams, but you had 4 teams go from worst to first last year, so you never know what to expect out of any of these teams, And
here's the thing. Now I have you guys 10-6, but I have you guys with a ceiling of 13-3 because I think you guys can win that Buffalo game, which I consider an upset. I also have Week 15 as an upset with Washington coming in there and getting the win. So that's a game that you guys could win. And I also think you guys could win that Week 8 matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles. So 10-6, 13-3 is where I have you guys' range.
So with me, this last game, Week 17, it's a tough one for me. But I actually have Houston needing to win this game to make the playoffs. So I think Houston will win this. So I think we're all unanimous again.
Yeah.
To end the season. And I actually have them 12-4, just like UCF.
Wow.
UCF, I knew you were smart. I knew you were a good guy.
That's my guy, Sean, right there. I like it. Chug, 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 chug.
I have y'all 12-4. I have y'all number 1 in the AFC.
Wow.
The number 1 seed.
Number 1. I like it.
I have you guys at 10-6 with a range of 13-3.
Yeah.
And now last year I was right. This year
you're gonna be wrong.
This year I want to be wrong. I definitely want to be wrong.
I could see them going 10-6. I could see them even winning maybe 13 games.
I will actually see you guys go 12-4, 13-3. I want to see my boy UCF Jaguar here happy.
Oh yeah.
And it'll be great.
Yeah.
Oh, who knows? Maybe you might even get to go to that Super Bowl. If the Jacksonville Jaguars were to go to the Super Bowl, maybe you get a press pass and you get to go in and cover the Jacksonville Jaguars, which I absolutely think you deserve. You should be covering this team professionally, man. I
just want to be in the locker room and be like, "What's going on, everybody? This is UCF Jaguars, Insider.com. Hey, man, what's it like out there?" And I just want to be that guy asking awkward questions, kind of like Guillermo. You see what Guillermo does on the Jimmy Kimmel show? He goes around just trolls. Yeah. Oh, I want to be that guy.
That's exactly.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to do shit like that.
Like when he was at the Tom Brady one. What did Tom Brady smell like? What? No, man. Yeah, man. That would be awesome if y'all could make. I have y'all as Super Bowl favorites. I do think y'all out of the AFC, right up there with the Steelers and stuff like that. So, man, I'm excited for your Jags this year, man. I know me and you weren't that high on them last year. Josh was ballsy enough to pick him to go 10-6, and he was right. But I think this year, me and you.
And I got
right.
shit for it. I got shit for it.
Yeah, you did.
What's this guy smoking crack?
And watch, you're gonna get shit for picking them 10-6 this year. What? Only 10 games?
They're going 14-2.
We're gonna have. I already know what's gonna happen. We're gonna have Houston fans and Titans fans. The Jags are so overrated. Like, shut the hell up. You guys don't know what you're saying. You guys are a bunch of haters. It's the Jaguars division.
Yeah.
You know, we own the AFC South. These other teams just happen to be in it. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a bold statement with the Titans and Houston Texans right there.
Yes, sir.
I like it. I like it, though. Confidence.
All right, so that does it for our win-loss predictions for the 2018 season with our special guest of UCF Jaguar, which we are so humbled.
Yeah.
That's on the cue card, right?
Yeah.
Humbled to have here on the show. Thank you so much, man, for taking your time to come on to
man, it was a blast.
Fury.
It was a blast.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys for having me on, man. You know, I'm sure you guys are already subscribed to me, but, you know, if you're not already subscribed to me, what are you doing?
Go subscribe to UCF Jaguar!
Sorry.
You'll find the link to his channel in the description box down below. Go do it.
Sorry, I pulled a Des Bryant there. I get a little triggered quickly. I'm sorry about that. I won't happen next time.
But yes,
I hate you,
everyone
UCF.
watching, go subscribe to UCF Jaguar if you're not already, because he's on the train to going really, what's it called? High up? Like
upward?
Yeah, upward. Yeah.
Upward. That sounds fancy,
Like,
right?
Or something like that. I don't know where you're going with that, so I was just kind of letting it ride.
Yeah, I don't know.
Josh doesn't know.
He's doing good things. He's doing really good things.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's a fair compliment. It's not too glowing. It's not too low. It's good. It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
We want to know your thoughts on the Jacksonville Jaguars down in the comment section down below.
Come on, guys.
And once again, go subscribe to UCF Jaguar. Go follow him on Twitter. The link's in the description box down below. UCF, it's always so much damn fun to have you on here.
It was a pleasure, man.
Thank you so much. And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Later.
Bye.